Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I have no makeup on. I wanted to try out a new foundation. I haven't done a foundation review in a little bit. I've been using my Estee Lauder almost every day. It's my favorite go-to foundation, but I wanted to try something else, and I happened to be in Walmart and I picked up the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. I don't think I've tried any of e.l.f.'s foundations before, so I'm really excited to give this a try. This was only $6 at Walmart. And I have to say, I really like e.l.f. because the way they package their products, they make it seem, you know, more like a luxury brand, even though it's drugstore, you know? So for instance, they have a frosted bottle with just a black cap. Kind of reminds me of the NARS foundations, actually. Also, I liked how these have the shade name and then it'll tell you skin and the undertone, which I really liked, because when you're in the drugstore, Walmart, wherever, you can't sample the foundations to see if it's color match for you. So that's one thing I hate about picking up foundation from the drugstore, is you can never figure out what color you are because you can't open up the bottles. So it was a little helpful that it had descriptions. I picked up vanilla, which is light with golden undertones. I have a yellow undertone to my skin. And a lot of times with foundation, the lighter shades tend to have pink undertones. So I really like that. They also had fair with golden undertones, but I figured I'd go with the light. The claims on this: oil-free satin finish, which is nice. So it's not dewy, but it's not matte. Apply a small amount starting at the center of the face and blend outwards. You can use your fingertips, a sponge, or a foundation brush. Layer as needed for more coverage. So it's not telling us how much coverage this has. So I'm gonna give this a try, guys. I'm gonna use my sponge. That's typically how I put on my foundation. So, it says peel, okay. Let's just pull off, okay, yeah, so it just pulls off. You've got a pump, which is nice, okay. So yeah, I really like the packaging on this. It makes it seem fancier, right? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put my hair back. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Sonia Kashuk sponge. It's already dampened a little bit. I also picked this up, so at the end I'll put this on. It's e.l.f. Dewy Setting Mist in Coconut. So we will give this a try at the end as well and see what we think of that. All right, so I don't know how much of this, you know, I should put on because it doesn't say the coverage. So let's get, okay, that was maybe like half a pump. So let's see. Okay, yeah, so that's a full pump. That's like half a pump. All right, so I've got about 1.5 pumps on there. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my sponge, blop it around, and let's start putting it on. Oh, I think this is actually perfect. Perfect color match. It doesn't really have a scent, I feel like. Yeah, I got like a perfect matte. Let's just do one side. Now sponges obviously can tend to absorb your product a little bit, so a brush may put it on more full coverage. All right, that is one coat on the side of my face. I would say it's not full coverage at all. I can still see a lot of the redness in here on my face. I didn't do my dark circles, obviously. So let's go ahead and put some more on. I'm gonna do, that was like a pump and a half. And just put some on this side of my face. Now I do have a dinner tonight, so let's hope this foundation doesn't end up looking bad, because I'm gonna be stuck with it. So I'll do a wear test with this. But this seems to be a very good color match for me, so I'm really happy about that. And again, this was satin finish. Okay, so I have one coat on the entire face. That's what it's looking like, guys. Let me just look at myself close up. I think it looks pretty natural on the skin. I don't really have any dry patches, so I can't really tell you if it sticks to dry skin or not, but I'm not noticing anything super crazy. I like full coverage, so I'm gonna go ahead and put another full pump on my hand, and I'm gonna apply some more. And this way we can also see if it's buildable. It did say on the bottle, or the cap, what did it say? Layer as needed for more coverage, so. All right, so I think I did put quite a bit on. I probably put almost 3 pumps on. I don't put foundation on my dark circles because I want the least amount of product possible. All right, so I think I build it up to like a full coverage. So it does look buildable, which is good. Yeah, it's got a nice satin finish. I'd say as of right now, it's looking pretty good. I think it blended nicely, didn't stick anywhere. It'll be interesting to see how it lasts throughout the day. Let's go ahead and put some concealer on. We'll see how it blends with my concealer. I'm gonna take a little bit Tarte Shape Tape. Let's see what we think. Yeah, it seems to have blended fine. It doesn't look like it took off the foundation or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and powder my face, do my the rest of my powders and all of that stuff, and then I'll check back in. I'll let you guys know how everything is sitting on top of the foundation. But so far so good. I think it looks really good in the camera so far, and it's not set yet. All right guys, I am back. I did my setting powder. I used my Lancome, what is this? This is the translucent long time no shine powder. So I used that. I used my Tarteist Pro Glow for the contour and my highlight. And then for blush, I used the, oh, I'm holding it, the L'Oreal Peach Paradise. So this is how it's looking so far, guys. Let me zoom you in. I think it looks good so far. It hasn't, I mean, I don't really have wrinkles, thank God. But it hasn't settled into any like major lines or anything that I've been able to notice. So it's looking really nice on the face. So far I'm very happy. Let's just see how the longevity of it is. It is currently 12:37. My dinner isn't until 7:15, so I'm probably gonna have this on for quite a while. I'll do a check-in later today, maybe around like 5 or so, and we'll see how it's holding up. And then I'll do a final check-in when I'm in for the night. I'm always looking for great drugstore foundations. I love my Estee Lauder, but if you can find cheaper drugstore stuff, highly, highly recommend it. I think I'm gonna hold off on this for another video because I wanna test this foundation without something potentially affecting it. The face powders and stuff I always use and they work fine with my Estee Lauder, so I know those are gonna work fine. So if anything is funky today, I'm gonna know it's the foundation. So I'm gonna hold off on this for another video to see how we, what we think of this spray, okay? Because like I said, I don't want to alter how the foundation could potentially be lasting throughout the day and whatnot. All right, so stay tuned guys. I will do another check-in later today. Hey guys, it is about 5:30. I wanted to do a check-in to let you know how the foundation was holding up. My chin is a little bit shiny, so before I go out, I am going to powder a little bit. But as of right now, I haven't really noticed anything crazy. I'm using my phone, not my regular camera, so the quality might seem a little bit different for this update. But like I said, my chin's a little shiny. There is some creasing in the nostril area, but I figure that's very typical for most foundations. So let me know what you guys think. Overall, I think it's still looking pretty good. I'll check back in later tonight with my final update and how the foundation is wearing, but as of right now, nothing crazy. I do need a little powder, like I said, but other than that, I think it's looking pretty good. Alright guys, so it is now 10-something p.m. I put this foundation on around noontime, so it's been on for about 12 hours. Disregard my disheveled appearance, but I powdered once after that second update because my chin was looking a little bit shiny. Overall, the foundation is lasting very well. It hasn't faded anywhere on my skin except my nose, like on my nose nostril area. It's faded there, and it doesn't look as flawless as my Estee Lauder. I can definitely see like a bunch of pores. I'm using my phone right now, not my, you know, regular good camera. So, but it held like the blush and the contour and the highlight very well. Nothing has really like faded over top of it. So it does last. I will definitely use this foundation again for sure. But if I want my continuous like all day, no oily coverage, I honestly think I'll go back to the Estee Lauder. But this worked well as well. And I don't mind like repowdering my face if I need to. But yeah, you know, it wore around my nostrils a little bit, like I said. My pores are noticeable. I didn't use a primer though, so I think I would maybe try this again with like a mattifying poreless primer. Because I'm more into the matte than the dewy, and this was satin, you know. So it's okay. Not as good as my Estee Lauder, but I will wear it again. It's not a bad drugstore foundation. I got it for $6 from Walmart. I like the packaging on it. It's like, it looks like a luxury foundation. It didn't have any gross smell to it. It didn't oxidize on me. You know, the other powders, contours, blushes, whatnot, it laid nicely over top of it. And throughout the day, everything still appears fine, just a little bit more dewy of a skin texture. So guys, I would recommend this. Go check it out. Walmart's probably the cheapest you're going to find it, but I'm sure you can get it at CVS, Ulta, and whatnot. But my final thoughts are, I approve this foundation. I like it, and I recommend trying it out if you're looking for a cheap alternative to a foundation.